What it is, Minecraft Guide 133, here it is. Welcome back, everybody. It's me, your boy. Today we have nothing short of a masterpiece in mind. This project is going to entirely reshape the world. I can't understate or overstate how big this project is. It's going to be a really gigantic one. It's going to change the game. Oh man, it's nighttime. Right at the start of the episode, every single time. Sweet berries hurt my stomach. So much, actually. I'm tired of them. In today's episode, we're gonna make the first big leap away from sweet berries. Finally. Haha, finally. Before we get too far into today's episode, I wanted to take a quick second to say thank you. I feel like the support on the series lately has been like really good. You guys seem to be loving the series, and honestly, it's super motivating. It gets me like really excited to jump into the world. So yeah, just thank you. Sweet berries are disgusting. I hate them. Oh yeah, look at the copper. It's like fully aged at the top now. Kind of looking like George. Kind of crazy, actually. That's really cool. I keep shaving this roof. That's why it's not aged. So there's a lot more work that we have to do on Starter Castle, but I just have to get something better than sweet berries. I can't take it any longer. It's like crazy. I go through multiple stacks every single episode. It's rough. Now, the best food, or the food that we're targeting right now, it's going to be steak. In the next couple episodes, we're going to move up to steak. But if I want to eat steak, like long term, I need something else. Wheat. If I want to move up to steak, I'm going to need wheat to breed the cows. This is my wheat farm right now. Yeah, really nothing much. Oh yeah, and when we move up to steak, we're not just going to do one cow crusher. We're going to do something a little bit bigger. We're going to need more wheat. In today's episode, we're going to start work on a bigger wheat farm. Now, I was looking around before the episode at like flat areas. If I'm going to farm wheat, I probably need somewhere like flat. It's easier to work with. And this spot over here by the water sheep is probably the flattest area in this whole area. It's not something I really considered when I moved out here at the taiga, but the land is kind of like hilly over here. Like, there's tons of hills over there. I thought it was flatter, but it's really actually not that flat at all. But yeah, hills all over the place. The other flattest area would be all the way over at one of the mountains. You can see them from the tower up there. But yeah, that's like pretty far away. We need the farm to be close so it actually runs. So I think we're going to build it over here. We're going to have to transform the land a little bit though for this build. This build, it needs to be at least a little bit sizable. I'm thinking a 2-layered wheat farm that is harvested by water, so we're going to get some redstone involved. And then of course, we need to mark it with something. There needs to be some kind of like marker. I can't just do like a field. And oh man, think of a wheat field. Like, imagine it. What is the first thing that you think of when you think of a wheat field? Like a building sitting in it, of course. Probably a windmill. We're not going to build a windmill. Oh yeah, I brought this dripstone out of the mines too. I don't really have much, so I can't do much with it right now. But there we go, look at it. It adds to the area so much. It's so important. I feel like this is a pretty good start. That's like a lot of space cleared out in here. If I have to move the trees back more, it's not a problem. I took the land that went out to like this spot right here, took it all the way back to the hill. I like that hill. I want to keep that hill there. And of course, I'm going to work around this thing too. I can't get rid of it. That would be cruel. Instead, I lit it up. So I think this build should be 2 layers. It'll give us a lot of wheat when we harvest it, but at the same time, not like too much wheat to the point that it's annoying to harvest, and I never want to do it. We're going to have a centerpiece. The build will be based around the centerpiece on 4 sides, so we'll have like a lot of wheat planting areas. Not 2 layers. So layer 1 will be even with the ground. We want to space it out from the hill a little bit. I think if we started it maybe like... let's say right there. That will be the start of the farm. Then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's how far the water's gonna go. We're gonna harvest it with water. Then we're gonna have to bump up a little bit. So the next spot will be right here. And then I think this one would have to be 5. I think 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be 5 that we want this one to be. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because then we have like a piston sitting somewhere right there, and then the water is right behind it. So that would be 6, 7. And then if we had 8, the water wouldn't go down. We want the water to go down. 5. 5 is it. Okay, so the build goes out to like that spot right there. Now we have to find the middle. I honestly think this could be kind of a good spot for the middle. Yeah, let's call this the middle. So on this top area, we're gonna have a section that's 5 blocks long where we plant wheat. Let's start by making this a 5x5 square. Okay, that's like really small. Maybe we start by making this 5x7. All right, that's getting there. Maybe one more on both sides, so it's 5x9. 5 by 9 is probably a pretty good length. I have no clue where we're gonna put the water in this thing yet, so don't ask. yeah, 5 by 9, that's good. Okay, so let's say we go with 5 by 9 on that side. We're gonna want to do the same thing on every single side. So the next side starts right there. We go 5 blocks out, so 1 2 3 4 5, and then it'll go like down that way, just like that side, and then we have to go 9 blocks down that way. Couple more trees in the way, not a problem. Okay, so this side is going to end up looking something like that. That's pretty good. I don't know what we're going to do about the space in the middle here. I don't think I'm going to plant there, so we'll figure something else out, maybe a build. Now I have to do it again on this side, which means forest goes bye-bye. And then same thing on the other side, like big time over here. So thankfully I'm going to get like a lot of dirt, and then I can just transfer it over there. But so far, so good. I think all of those measurements are going to be good. That's 8 out there. I marked 8 on the other side. 9, 5. Okay. It's done. Officially done. I took out all of the trees that I had to, hopefully, flattened all the land that I had to, pushed the hill back, got everything figured out in there. That's the final size of the farm, and I even took out another patrol. The farm sizing from the middle looks good. I think we're going to end up with so much wheat in no time. We're going to end up with 7 blocks long, 8 blocks deep in there. That's going to be so much wheat times 4 for every section. Plus this top area too with a smaller planting area. Yeah, it's going to be so much wheat. I think after a couple harvests, we'll have way more than we'll ever need. But we have to shrink the design a little bit. I was thinking about what I want to do, like aesthetically with the farm. We're going to have a bunch of pistons in here holding water back. And I want to have logs in the corner, which means we're going to have to actually shrink the farm a little bit. We're going to lose this row and this row right here. So this is going to end up being 7 blocks long. Same with down there. But that's not really a problem. That's still so much wheat. I think on the middle, probably on this side, we're going to do like a path, maybe 3 wide, maybe 1 wide. You know what? Maybe we're not even going to put a path. We'll just walk through the field. I'm not too sure. I also didn't even think about how I'm going to put water in this farm yet, so still don't ask. These blocks are going to be placeholder blocks. Eventually, we'll have piston arms extending right in here, so that'll be there, and then we'll have water behind here, so I'll have to raise the ground up so I can actually put water in there. It's going to be pretty cool. I've decided that we're not going to do the redstone today. Instead, in today's episode, we're just going to focus on the build. A different episode, we're going to get the redstone in. Today, we're going to get the build in a really good spot. So, this top area, I'm going to have something marking the top of the farm. We're going to put it in a second. But before I can do that, I'm going to have to raise the land up a little bit more out here. And I'm also going to have to raise the land on the inside. Now we're going to end up kind of seeing into the farm because you can see through the piston arms. So it has to look good. Deep slate all the way. We'll fill the floor all the way in with deep slate like this. And for now, just put a torch. When we put the pistons in, then we'll put the water in after. The top floor, the real floor here, will be made out of dirt. Eventually, we'll turn over to grass, so we'll maybe like add extra blocks, and then I'll turn all of the grass to path blocks. I think path blocks will look really cool. Somewhere in here on one of these sides, I'm gonna have to cut out some pistons. Maybe I just do it right here, like in the middle or something, so I have like a staircase, so I can walk up and down and make it easy. I could easily do like a slab in here, that's not a problem. It's just gonna be that area, like getting up and down. It might be a little weird. Now, the centerpiece. The centerpiece of this farm, of this build, needs to be centered. So that looks like dead center. And then we're gonna put a couple blocks off of the ground so we can walk under it. I think maybe 4 blocks off of the ground should be good. Well, yeah, 4 blocks off of the ground should be good. This is gonna be the middle of the shape. Now, a quick word from today's sponsor, Plots Modeler from Minecraft. Okay, it's not actually the sponsor, but it definitely should be. This side is perfect for cool shapes in Minecraft, like towers, giant snowmen, even elastic men. This side is perfect for when you're trying to make an interesting shape in Minecraft that might be a little bit more difficult. Spear. Next, we're going to build a giant floating spear. I think it's going to look pretty cool in the middle. Now, I was looking at the sizing here. I think we want to go with an odd number because that's what the farm is. So I was thinking maybe 17, but that's kind of big looking. Then I shrunk it down a little bit to like 11, but that doesn't even like really look like a spear. 13. 13 is the perfect number. This shaping is literally perfect, I think. Plots is amazing for planning out more complex shapes. Like you're building a spear, you want this thing to look like exactly right, then Plots is the way to go. So you can look at this model in 3D, or you can look at it in 2D and go layer by layer and get a good look at it. Over here, top corner, I think it's telling me how many blocks I'm gonna need, 414. I mean, it looks like it would be kind of right. We can zoom in and zoom out right here so we can like really look at the detail. It's kind of crazy. And you can make like insanely gigantic shapes. Like look at this thing. A gigantic globe. Like, we could do that, totally. Today, we'll build this one, though. Maybe we'll build the gigantic one next episode. Now, when we're building this, we could use this toggle over here, so I can go all the way down to layer 1, and it's going to be this shape, and then I have to copy it, and then I can go up to, like, layer number 2, which is going to be right here, and do the same thing, and then again, and again, and again, and again, and that's what I'm going to do. Like a true gamer, I have a second monitor, so that's what's on my second monitor right now. I'm literally just looking at it and copying the shape. It's really not too hard at all. Now, right now, oh no, I'm using the wrong block. It's the wrong block. I got ahead of myself. Now, right now, we're going to use another placeholder block, but it's going to be the best placeholder block possible. The best version of Grimstone, tiled Grimstone. This stuff right there, it's going to look amazing. We're going to build it out of this, but come on, come on. Of course, there's a better block for this. I mean, imagine it. The giant floating orb, built entirely out of copper. Doesn't have to be cut copper, just like any type of copper. Slowly ages over time. Immaculate. Perfect. However, that is 414 blocks of copper that I just don't have right now. It's quite tragic. I'm not going to have them anytime soon. I need Fortune 3 first, and then I need to go mining for those blocks of copper. So for now, we're going to build it out of tiled deep slate. And then eventually, I promise, we'll come back and completely redo the orb, replace all of the deep slate, get the deep slate back for something else, and turn it all into copper. That day will be a truly glorious day. It'll be perfect. So the placement of this thing, yeah, this is definitely good. Lots of room underneath there. That's important. I want there to be like a good amount of room, so it doesn't feel too cramped. But yeah, that should be good right there. Perfect. From this part on, for the orb, it's easy mode. All that I need to do is make sure I don't make any mistakes, which it honestly might not be as easy as I'm thinking. Definitely going to want to light this thing up on the inside so no one can spawns in there. That would be a problem, so I'll put a torch there for now. Layer 2 is done. It all worked out perfectly. I think we should end up having just enough Grimstone to finish the whole sphere today. If we don't, then I'll only need like a little bit more. But I think it's going to work out like so well. Layer number 3 is good. So layer number 4 gets pretty fancy now. We're like overlapping the layers a little bit. That's what it ends up looking like, except the dirt. Dirt has to go. I can't believe I'm like almost halfway there. Layer number 5 now. That's kind of crazy. I hope this is big enough. Now, in terms of the plans for this thing, of course, I have plans. So you see, what I'm planning on doing with this thing is... So yeah, I think that'll be pretty good. It's going to be literally perfect for that. I've officially made it to the halfway point in this shape. So building these shapes, like once you start doing it, you kind of get the hang of it because it's like a pattern. Basically, once you've made it to this point, if everything looks good, all you have to do is... I guess just keep not messing up because you're like halfway done. yeah. Pathetic, truly. Turning to nighttime while on the top of the orb, trying to stop me. I don't care. We'll finish it at nighttime. You can't stop me. I'm on the final stack of tiles and also the final layer. We have way more than enough tiles, way more than enough deep slate. Look at this. There's a couple extra stacks and here we go. Finish the entire build. Hopefully, too slow. Here we go. The final block of the build. It's finished. It's finished. It's fully complete. Beautiful. Literally beautiful. Everything I've ever dreamed of. This is perfect. This is exactly what we needed to build. This is exactly it. This is perfect. Getting sieged by zombies and skeletons as soon as I finish this thing. Pathetic. I would expect nothing less. Don't you understand? I was busy. I'll be back in the morning. Hey, I'm in the house. No. Uh-huh. Marvelous. Marvelous. Truly. Nothing short of pure perfection. It looks amazing. It looks so perfect. Better than I ever imagined. Yup. The size is perfect. Oh, no. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. This isn't good. Nope. Not good. The sizing is great. Truly, I can't really see it as much as I thought from down here, but the sizing is good. The shape is literally spot on. I don't think that circle could be more perfect. But I didn't consider like connecting it to the ground. I was gonna add like supports on either side, like going down to the ground, and the ground is in the farm. Well, that's gonna make it interesting. That's gonna be an interesting one to work around for sure. Gonna have to think about that one. I'm so sorry, sheep, but you can't see out any longer. We have to fill that in. Now, thinking about the farm, we're going to probably have to put something in here to stop the water from falling. I'm thinking probably slabs. Slabs would look really good in here. The easy call would be spruce slabs because I have so much of them. But I honestly think oak slabs would look better here because they kind of match the piston like perfectly. So I think I need to go cut down some oak trees. Or I move the oak tree farm to this spot for now. Now, I'm surprised at how slow this is going. Maybe I need some torches up here. But what we want to do is have this whole area turned to grass, and then I turn it into path blocks, and that'll be good. Somewhere up here, maybe like dead center, we'll have a control panel with the lever. We hit the lever, the pistons go down, the water goes out, harvest the entire farm. It's going to be pretty cool. In terms of water in this farm, so the crops can actually grow, I think I've got it. So this is going to be the outside of the farm. This is the middle spot. We're going to move one block in, dig that out, put water right there, and then on top of the water, we're going to put cobblestone. So that water source right there can go up to 4 blocks away. We only need 3 blocks right there. That's the edge of the farm. Same with 3 blocks to the other direction. 4 blocks out this way, that's going to get us all the way to there. So it's not going to quite do it. All we need to do is put another one in. If I put another one right here, that's going to get me a little bit further. For this one, cobblestone right there, and that goes there. And then that can get us all the way to the edge. But I think if we did it again right here, and then one more time right here, it would look better. Now, conveniently, the cobblestone is going to end up kind of looking like stepping stones walking through here. We'll have wheat planted all around them, so they won't even be that visible anyways. And yeah, like stepping stones walking all the way up. Then right here, I'll put a cobblestone staircase, and then we can do the same thing again up here. Maybe we put a slab right there with water. That's going to actually cover this, I think, this entire spot. And then probably... yeah, that's probably good. Now, getting up onto the top layer without, like, jumping down and ruining the crops, I'm not too sure, because I don't really want to put, like, a staircase right there and ruin the pistons. Same with, like, right there, so I'm going to have to figure that one out. I'll brainstorm. But with a setup like this, we're going to be able to hydrate all of this land with the water sources in the middle, because that's how that works. The staircase right here acts as a solid block, so it won't mess with any of the water that pours down. And we'll be able to plant in here. Everything should go perfect. Oh, yes, it must have been the light. The grass is actually spreading now. Okay, perfect. So I can remove these spots, and then I have to just duplicate that on all of the other sides. That's pretty easy. Hey, a tree grew. Nice. Oh, no. I messed up. I messed up big time. This is awkward. I've got it. I figured the entire build out. Basically, look at this. So center control panel doesn't do anything yet, as to be expected. Then we have over here, I put fences right there. That's gonna look cool. I think I'm gonna carry that all the way around. I just need to get more oak wood, which is what I'm working on. But look at this, the way down, it's simple. So these will be pistons still. All that I needed to do is put a solid cobblestone block right there. That's going to do the job. Solid block of cobblestone right there that I can just jump up and jump down onto. Don't have to worry about ruining any of the wheat or the farmland or anything like that. It's perfect. Then I can walk up and down really, really easily. I just need to stop jumping on everything else. But yeah, instead of slabs in here, no, we can't do slabs anymore. I'm going to do some kind of cool fence line. Now, I'm trying to decide what I want to use because oak wood would be really expensive. I want to use oak fences for sure. So maybe what I might do, because it's so similar, is substitute oak wood for like stripped spruce wood in there. I feel like it'll kind of match the build. I'm not too sure. Maybe I just go all the way oak wood and like commit to it. I don't know though. But I'm thinking like fancier fence going down this way with fences and logs, something like that. And then this area. So I did the calculations. This is the center. It goes straight out from there, straight out from right there, dead center. I know what we could do. I have figured it all out. So we're going to start with deep slate bricks. We're going to need a few slabs. It's going to be mostly built out of just solid blocks, but deep slate bricks. Maybe we end up using some walls too. I don't know, but deep slate bricks. So maybe we go 2 up. I feel like that would be cool. 1 more, and then we're going to start popping this thing out. We're going to make a thing. We're going to try our best to make this thing, and it's going to be circular in shape, and I really hope at least that it'll match what we're doing over here. It's a completely different block, but it's still similar, so it should match. Might end up having to push a little bit more of the forest out of the way. Not really a problem, but we make a thing. Is this the thing? Yeah, that's the thing. And then on top of this thing, on top of there, oh man, on top of here at different height levels, we build another thing, and then this thing, this will be the final thing that we build in here, and I'm really excited about it. I think it's going to work out like perfectly. So for this thing, we're going to start like that. We're going to pop out a little bit. I'll get all the dirt out of this thing, of course. I honestly don't mind going back to the mines and getting deep slate. Maybe I could end up finding some more diamonds, which would be amazing. But anyways, we get more deep slate, and then we build this thing over here. You see? And there won't be dirt there. Ignore the dirt. All of the dirt. Ignore it. It's perfect. It's exactly what we needed all along. We'll have this thing holding those spears up. We have the center spear in the middle, and these spears will be at different heights floating. So all of the spears are floating in here. It'll help make it look normal. So we'll have this on like every corner in here. Then we have the center one. I actually did end up grabbing some wool, and I tried doing like a string connecting that thing to the ground over there. Looked terrible. I tore it out. But that's the solution. If we can't connect this thing to the ground because of the farm, we just make more of them. All that size, so we'll do smaller ones, and have none of them connecting to the ground. I think that's the perfect fix. Oh yeah, and then I did also fix the ground in here, so it's like a perfect circle wrapping around this thing. Circles are a common theme, I guess, in this area. And then yeah, I'll have that sitting in there. We'll do something with the land in here, probably like next episode or something. But yeah, we'll do something. Maybe like a big garden in there. That could be pretty cool. Azalea bushes once we have them. Not azalea trees though, because they don't really exist. Yep, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and get this in on every side. Maybe I'll put some cracked bricks in there. I'm not too sure. Definitely not on those though, because we'll replace all of these eventually with copper. That's it. That's how the farm's gonna work. I think that's literally everything other than the actual like farm mechanic thingy. I'm super excited about this. This really worked out. Like I'm excited. Okay, like this is completely different than what I normally do, and it's actually kind of working out. Like it's exciting. Okay, I have to finish up the build so that I can actually look at it and see if it actually worked. So back to chopping trees, back to making more axes, and definitely back down to the mines. I'm like out of deep slate. Well, would you take a look at the time? Precisely comment of the daytime. So we have to get a new book soon, by the way. It's getting really long here, but episode 133. This guy's starter base is bigger than most of my end game bases. Thank you. So this is going to sound really weird. Oh yeah, by the way, the copper on the front of the build is aging now. But this is going to be weird. I really like the build. It's like this house. Like, I really like it. We still need to finish it up, but I really like it. And same with the builds over there, like the mining area. Super happy with that, what I did today. Really like it so far. But at the same time, it's weird. Like, I like the builds in this world way more than I like the builds in the last world. Like, this one is like my favorite so far. But at the same time, I don't know. Like, I feel like they need to be like... I don't know. Like, moving forward in the world, my goal with a lot of the builds, a lot of the projects that I have planned, is to try and make the builds, like, bigger, crazier, wilder. So that's kind of, like, hopefully the plan. But yeah, thank you. I don't know. I know it's kind of weird, but, like, I guess a good way to put it is, like, I want the builds to have more. I don't know if that makes sense. Okay, moving on. Today's build. So, take a look at the build from over here. It looks so cool. I looked at this right before. I couldn't resist. I'm so sorry. I had to look at it and look at it with the floating circles all over the place. Oh, it's beautiful. This is the best thing I've ever seen. Definitely still thinking the middle one needs to become copper, but maybe we leave like the tiles on the other ones because the tiles are really cool too. I don't know. I had to go back down to the mines and mine like 11 more stacks of deep slate. That's what I ended up mining. Did I find diamonds? Well, I can't tell you. I'll tell you next episode. Cliffhanger. But the build. So I'm still not sure how I'm actually going to end up like linking it up. I think we could definitely have a path going up the hill this way, but I also kind of want like a more direct way, like cutting past that building. I'm not too sure. But the build up close. So it took a lot of deep slate, obviously, and it took so much oak wood too. Like these fences, like it's crazy. I started out with 2 stacks of oak logs almost, and now I have 10 more logs left. Like that's it. Like it was a lot of oak wood. I haven't planted anything yet, but this is what it's gonna look like. We're gonna fill this whole area with wheat in here. Have the pistons right there. The water dumps down. Harvest them all. Maybe I put hoppers at the end. Maybe I don't. Not too sure. But yeah, here we go. The fence is all over the place. I tried to get a little bit more like fancy with the fence, so I have it go down like this. Then over here it goes like whoop, and then over here it goes whoop. And same thing on the other sides. I feel like that makes it look a little bit more interesting. Spruce trapdoors on top of the oak logs. Good way to finish those things off. And then the circles. So these other spears over here, they're floating at different heights. I think it makes it look really interesting. Like pretty much every angle of this place is like kind of weird looking now, like in a good way. It's very interesting. And then of course inside of this thing, I did do some stuff inside of here, you know. Actually, you know what, never mind. Well, that's gonna do it for today's episode. Huge thank you to my patrons Swoopy Louvers, Cypher1158, Justin, and Jacob P. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. What do you think about the build? Let me know down below. Like, subscribe, comment, links in the description. Check out the merch. I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone.